Tonight, officials are admitting they left out key information in your voter guide regarding both Republican and Democratic candidates. 23 ABC spoke to the County Elections Department and the California Secretary of State about this latest development. Leslie Gooden joins us in studio after hearing from a local resident who says these mistakes are altering a voter's given rights. Leslie.
Yes, good evening. Election officials announced that they discovered that they left out the list of party endorsements in your voter guide. This comes after nearly 3 weeks ago, 23 ABC first reported issues with the county elections websites not displaying any key information surrounding local ballot measures. Today, we're able to speak with Frederick Anthony, a voter who also had missing information in his voter guide and said he no longer has confidence in the Kern County voting system.
People have lost their lives for the right to vote. I felt that the whole system is crumbling.
Frederick Anthony, a Bakersfield native, says he received his first voter guide the first week of February and was missing key information such as Measure E and D that would pertain to him. Now he wants answers.
And it only had Proposition 13, had no local issues or measures on it. I called them, the election office here in Bakersfield, I called them, and they were a little confused and why. They told me to come down and pick up a ballot, maybe I can vote again.
Anthony says he called a second and third time to the elections office to pick up a ballot, and he was then told by the elections officials that perhaps he missed the information and it was on the reverse side. Anthony says he checked again. Anthony also tells 23 ABC he only received his state voter guide along with his mail-in ballot. And he was anticipating that he was still going to receive his local voter guide in time to participate in the local measures here in Kern County. By the time that he finally received the local guide, it was too late and he had already voted, missing out on voting in the local county measures.
So I dug this out of the garbage to see if it had any local measures. No, none.
After our story, 23 ABC News learned local voter guides and sample ballots were sent out, but Friday the Elections Department announced those voter guides were sent out without party endorsements, and the list of the party endorsements is required by the CA elections codes. According to the Secretary of State's office, state officials say they will help the county solve this issue. Mary Bedard, the registrar of voters, released a statement saying, "We deeply regret this mistake and are working quickly to resolve this issue. As soon as we confirm the error, we began working on corrective action." 23 ABC spoke with Bedard earlier this week on the status of the elections, and this is what she had to say.
I think there was a lot of concern that there were problems here, and that really weren't problems. I mean, we do have less experienced staff, so they needed to take their time, make sure the sample ballots were absolutely correct so that we would be sending out accurate information, and so we took our time.
And earlier this week on Wednesday, it was announced that there was a sudden change in leadership after Assistant Registrar of Voters Jackie St. George claimed she was removed from her post. Even though Bedard told 23 ABC earlier in the day St. George had retired. Now, with only 4 days until the primary, county officials say it's too close to the race to reprint the voter information guide, and they will now post party endorsements of candidates for voter-nominated offices at every polling place on social media, kernvote.com and kerncounty.com.
Anthony says the local measures E and D, along with many other issues, are the ones he cared about voting on mostly because as a resident, he says these are the measures that impact him the most.